everyone, today we got to play Barenpark. So this is a Tetris themed game, but don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell because you want to join us on our wonderful exploration of all these wonderful games that we're about to play. So Randy, tell us more about Barenpark.
So Barenpark was a 2017 release. It has a Board Game Geek rating of 7.4 and a Board Game Geek rank of 305. It's 2 to 4 players, 30 to 45 minute average length, age 8 and up. It's a pretty simplistic game, so I think 8 is fine. Design is Phil Walker Harding. Art is Clemens Franz. Publisher is Lookout Games. MSRP is $44.99 for the base game, but you can find it online at places like Card House for $31.99. Amazon actually is $39.01, so I wouldn't recommend Amazon. There is an expansion for it. We have it. We haven't played it yet, but the Bad News Bears expansion, it runs $29.99 MSRP. Again, you can find it online various places for about 24 bucks.
Yeah. All right, so now let's talk about quality of components. So there's nothing really fantastic about this game as far as quality of components.
No, it's just all basic cardboard. There's nothing really interesting about any of the pieces. It's everything is cardboard, the standard Tetris shapes. There's nothing outstanding about those. It's all basic.
I mean, it is good thickness and it's very functional, but as far as anything that's...
Well, you say it's very functional. When we talk about function, the game is functional. When you talk about what is in the insert now...
Okay, so
there is a empty box. There are 3 little boards that go in here, and there's one diagram in the rule book that shows you how to assemble this, and all it shows is inserting these. Now, I'll note, 1 notch on each one of these. I don't know how geographically you're supposed to orient them in such a way that this would ever work and still fit in the box. There should be 2 notches on at least one of these, and... this is the biggest Tetris puzzle of the entire game, is trying to figure out this little puzzle. And I think it's in there just to blow your mind, because there's no way this is going to even be useful if you manage to assemble it.
So this is just a waste of cardboard. It
is a complete waste of cardboard, and there's really... I don't know what they were thinking.
They weren't, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, one of these has to have 2 notches on this, or it's not going to work. It's just, there's no way this box will hold unless you put them in both in the same notch somehow, and then you aren't going to fit it in the box. So
it just... You've been trying at this for a while.
I know.
And he still is. If you know how to do this, please send us a picture down below, because right now we're lost. But so far, this part's functional. This, we don't know what this is. So let's talk about a score.
I don't get this. I'm determined.
All right. So score-wise...
Oh, wait a minute. I got it to work. I don't know what use this is going to be, but there you go. I got it in, all 3 of them in with 1 notch, and they're all going in, and I've got these triangles that are going to be completely useless for storing squares.
Well, what would you score as far as quality of components?
I am probably about a 5.5. Just because the tiles are nice. They're not great. They're okay. Slightly better than Catan. This probably is a 3 to 2.
I agree with you. I think 5.5 is actually is what this kind of game deserves, and you're right. That's just a cluster. I'm just going to pretend it doesn't exist in my head, because doesn't make any sense, really.
It's getting the beast treatment. All right, so just throw it out and use the box.
So now let's talk about theme. So the theme is just you're trying to build a park, and as you build your park, you're trying to bring exhibits to your park that people want to see, and obviously the better exhibits are worth more victory points. And obviously if you're the first one to build an exhibit of that kind, then obviously people are, it's new and it's different. So they're worth more. But yeah, as you continue to buy them, they become less and less valuable. So I thought that was pretty good. So towards the end of the game, you're not going to get a lot of victory points from those, but they're kind of key though. You still need them to complete different tasks. So overall, what did you think of the theme?
Well, I thought it was interesting that they call this Barenpark, but they have pandas and koalas, which are neither bears. So
they do have panda bears.
They have polar bears, which truly are bears. But yeah, it's interesting choices that they put in here.
I will say, Barenpark, I for some reason I did not think like zoo. I thought like, I don't know.
A park with nothing in it?
Well, no, I was thinking like a national park where I'm putting like forest tiles and, you know, like wildlife. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay. Maybe some camps and stuff and people, I don't know what I was thinking. It wasn't this. But when I did get it out, it was cute. It made some sense, you know? So, I like the idea a little, and I think it's congruent, but it's nothing fantastic.
No, and the bears are very tiny on the art on the prints, so it's not like the bear it just exudes from this game. It's just some little tiny drawings on the tiles. Yeah, I don't think it's hugely thematic. It's mostly just I'm putting puzzle pieces on a board and I'm covering icons. They happen to be construction icons, which makes sense, but there's not a lot of heavy theme in this game.
It's really, it's okay. I mean, it's there. So
I'll give it a 5.5 on this as well.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I think that's good. All right, so now let's talk about Rulebook. So you read the Rulebook.
Yes.
Did you find anything that was difficult to understand, or you think, the trifold?
Yeah, trifold. I hate trifolds. It's 6 pages long, which is plenty. That's all you need. It's very simple read. It's an easy game to learn because it's so simple of a game. It is sectioned, set up course of play with brown markers showing you the main actions you can take. And
do you feel like anything was missing in the rulebook?
No, I mean, we had no confusion playing the game. And then on the back, there's bonus tiles that you can play with. There's 10 different sets, and they have the descriptions on what all those mean, which is really all you need. It's got the different icons on here and what they do as far as when you cover them, what you get. So all in all, it's a very simple game. This is an effective book. I just hate the fact that it's a trifold. I'll go ahead and give it a 7.
Okay. All right, cool. So now let's talk about actual gameplay. So the gameplay is you start off with a tile depending on your player count, your
turn order.
There you go. The turn order, right? So you either get a level, just a one little thing or a 2 little thing. So we'll say I was second player because I'm cool like that. So I'll have a little 2-piece. So I get to place this onto my board, and depending on the icons I cover, that is the action I'm going to take. So in this particular one, I'm going to cover this white symbol here.
It's a
cement truck. Okay, and that means I'm going to go to the cement trunk area, and I'm going to pick one of these tiles of my choice. Now, I'll notice that there are special icons for this round, or for this game, that basically for the first person who gets 3 pandas, or you can get 3 koalas, or you have 3 of the big buildings touching. So I said, okay, well, I want pandas versus koalas. Both are worth 6 points, so I will just take this one because it fits my board a little bit better. Now, something I do want to note is that the side, it doesn't matter. You can flip either way and it's fine, which I liked. I appreciated for the puzzle part of me. So I can place, or I'm not going to place it. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to be able to play these pieces in the next round. If you cover 2 different icons, you'll be able to get both pieces, and basically you'll have more of a choice in your coming up actions. So that's my turn, and then Randy will take his. These are automatically awarded. You don't have to take a thing, as well as when you complete a board. So over time, I'll eventually complete a board because I'm super cool. Here we go. There you go. I'll end up completing a board, and what I'll end up doing is then I will be taking the highest, most victory point token on these, and I'll be placing it over this here. It's basically a statue, and there you go. My point is, now one of the action items, so most of them are just gaining tiles, but another action is to gain an actual board. So you're going to end up with 4 boards during the game, and they all have to be touching each other in some sense.
And oriented facing you.
Yeah, and oriented facing you, and so you can slowly start building. I built mine in a 4 grid, but Dad did his 4 straight across.
Yeah, you and I both did a 4 grid.
I think that's a little bit easier to do some of the pieces. But yeah, and then you keep doing that, and that icon is the is this one, right? It's the work.
It's the construction workers,
right?
Yes.
So that's pretty much it. So I will say, yeah, that's the game. It is pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of fun. I liked the Tetris aspect. I love me a good puzzler, and I think this was good. I liked the fact not only you get to fill your board. Some of these games, they make you play and you can't fill the board, and it drives me nuts because I'm sitting there and being like, there's a hole.
Oh, you can fill the board if you're the first to do it or able to do it the same round as the person who did it first.
I don't have that problem.
Well, you and I both managed to fill our boards.
Yes, and I kicked your butt too. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. It wasn't kicking your butt. We were pretty close. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I like the fact that I could actually finish the Tetris pieces because...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I won this game, so I was confused by your comment, but... I'm pretty sure I was the one that won the game.
I'm ignoring the fact that you got all of these.
Yes, I'd say I got the top bonus on all 3 of them, so I'm pretty sure I won that game.
So I do want to say, don't ignore these like I did. I finished my board first. I triggered the end of the game. I had a lot of points on my board, but I didn't do those, and because I was worried about filling my board, because that's fun. That's the fun part for me.
And I appreciated the fact that you let me take the top score on all 3 of them.
I know, you suck. So, but I do want to point that out. Don't forget those, because those are actually pretty valuable. And I didn't, and that's what had me lose the game. Because I think one thing could have tipped it over. We were pretty close. So, did you have fun? What was your favorite? What was your favorite piece? What did you like?
I like puzzles. I like fitting the pieces in together. So, yeah, I mean, I was enjoying that. Plus, I like the fact that there are bonuses there that you can work towards. So, it gives you some strategy on what you want to collect towards it. So trying to get the big pieces to line up in a way that they all touched, and also get both of those was my strategy on it, and it managed to pull it off, and that was satisfying.
Yeah. Well, I was aiming for that one, and you beat me by 1 turn because I had the choice of doing that or doing something else, and I did something else, and I regretted it because that was 3 extra points that I ended up losing. And then 3 points to you when the game was so close. So, I mean, no, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I will definitely play this again. This one, I definitely want to take over to my parents because I think they'll really like this one, specifically my mother.
I will say this was one of my Christmas presents, and you got me a damaged copy.
I did not get you a damaged copy.
That's how it came.
Exactly. That's how it came.
All right. But... yeah, it's a little sad that corner's all dented in, but thankfully it didn't damage any of the pieces inside.
Yeah, so, I mean, listen, you can't have a game that's actually perfect all the way over.
No, of course not. I have to have something broken in my games.
Brady just doesn't have any luck. No, but I had a lot of fun, so give it a score. So
I think it's probably about a 7 right now. I'm hoping the expansion will make it more of a 7.5 to 8.
I'm giving it a 7.5 because that half a point is because I can actually complete a dang board because there's so many games where I just can't complete it. And my OCD, Brady will tell you, especially with like Tangarder, remember I had to I'm going to complete it.
Oh, you can watch the video and see that. The video keeps going because you're sitting there playing with the pieces. So yeah, they don't need me to tell them. They've already witnessed it.
Look, I'll end up finishing it after the game because I need to complete it. So this game actually lets me do that within the game, which I appreciated. So, all right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We had a blast today, and hopefully you guys will want to come hang out with us again. We'll catch you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.